The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Gears of War 3. Dark Souls. Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Xenoblade Chronicles. Batman Arkham City.
I assume that you thought yourself untouchable.
Looks like Batman himself is...
The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. Dirt 3. Total War Shogun 2. The nominees for Best PC Game are Portal 2.
If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome.
The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Total War Shogun 2. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. Batman Arkham City.
Alfred, I've got a lock on the signal.
The nominees for Best Xbox 360 Game are Portal 2. Gears of War 3.
It was you, breathless.
Dark Souls. Batman Arkham City.
Why do you work alone, Batman? I believe you enjoy the loneliness.
The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. The nominees for Best PlayStation 3 Game are Portal 2. Dark Souls. Outland. Dirt 3. Batman Arkham City. The nominees for Best Wii Game are Xenoblade Chronicles. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. Rayman Origins. Fluidity. Lost in Shadow. The nominees for Best Handheld Game are Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, Shadow Wars, Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together. The nominees for Best Mobile Game are Jetpack Joyride, Contre Jour, Sword and Sorcery.
GameSpot viewers, welcome. I am Kevin Van Ord, and you are here to join us for a very special Battlefield 3 event. As it turns out, the folks at Origin at EA decided that they wanted to show GameSpot players who's boss. So what we did is we got together our 4 brightest Battlefield players in the tournament. We decided we're going to pit them against the guys at Origin and see who comes out on top. I'm joined by Maxwell McGee.
Hello, everyone.
Your hair is looking particularly lovely today.
Thank you, thank you. I made the effort.
Yeah, but nobody's really here to talk about
They're
our
not here to
hair.
see my hair. They're here to see some Battlefield 3. They're here to see our GameSpot's best.
That's right. And today is kind of an interesting wing it approach because they're going to be playing some team deathmatch, and it's just going to be playing, two matches here, 2 matches there. See at the end of this,
switch up, get a little variety.
Yep, and see who comes out on top. And so that's the goal here, is to see who is going to win this particular tournament. Is it going to be Origin? Is it going to be GameSpot? You tell us. And
I can tell you who you should be voting for because.
Oh yeah, and they're playing Squad Rush, by the way. I was told
okay.
Team Deathmatch, but we've actually had an update on that. So Squad Rush.
But I was going to say, you guys should totally be rooting for us because if we win, we have some extra codes that we can give away at the end of the program.
Yeah, and those codes are for. We've got 20 codes.
Yeah, we've got 20
to
codes
give anybody.
already.
Yeah, we got 20 codes already, and that's for Back to Karkand expansion for Battlefield 3. And if you don't have Battlefield 3, don't worry. We've got codes that will give you both.
We have codes galore.
Codes galore. But if we win, and so this is why you need to be out there, rooting for us, clicking your heels together, saying there's no place like GameSpot, there's no place like GameSpot. Then we've got 30 more.
So we'll have all sorts of codes to get out.
Absolutely. So send us your best.
But yeah, we'll tell you how you guys can win some of those 20 codes here in just a little bit. But I think we're already jumping into the action now.
We already are in there, thanks to a live stream Procaster. We've got some excellent streaming going on here. We're probably going to let, since all of our Battlefield 3 players are playing, and not actually myself and Maxwell sitting here, we're probably going to let the game do a lot of the talking for itself. So let's go ahead and take a look. We can spout out some things like the people that'll win will be the best team players, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the pat thing you say about Battlefield 3.
Yeah, it's always about communication. Communication in these games, and I mean, really in any first-person shooter, any squad-based shooter like this, it's really vital. Getting in there and relaying information to your teammates, coordinating your attacks, letting them know like where a possible sniper could be, where an ambush is planned. I mean, you just got to communicate. You got to talk to your teammates and work together as a unit.
Right.
Are you in here? Not anymore.
Now we should probably give a quick rundown of who on the GameSpot team is playing.
Yes.
And so number one, we've got Chris Waters, the reviewer of Battlefield 3.
Reviewer extraordinaire.
And he's got a lot of shooter expertise.
Especially this year, we've had a lot of great shooters come out
A
this year.
lot of
and
interesting shooters come out
we
this
have put
year.
them all in his plate, so he's had a lot of experience looking down the barrel of a gun.
That's absolutely right. Well, I will say that that Crisis 2 and Killzone, a few other things came my way, so we can share the love a little bit. But Chris is definitely the shooter extraordinaire in the office. So
he is joined by
He is joined by Sean McInnes, another shooter expert who also loves Battlefield 3. We've got Ryan McDonald, traditionally Counter-Strike expert.
Yes.
So he knows his stuff.
He knows his shooters.
And then we've got Benito Gonzalez, who is on our GameSpot Live team.
Yeah, you guys have probably not seen
you
him on the
probably
camera
don't know
before, but he
Benito.
works the magic behind the
Yeah,
behind
he's
the
usually
lens.
behind the camera. He produces a lot of interesting stuff that you see on the site. If you liked the travel logs, he's the guy behind the travel logs.
Okay.
So you may not see Benito, but you feel Benito.
You feel him.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot. You guys can't hear it, unfortunately. There's a lot of trash talking coming from our side of the table.
Yeah, the problem is they're trash talking each other. So we gotta make sure that they're putting hate where hate is due. Oh my, that is a knifing.
Whew. So you know what map we're on here, Kevin?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't, and that's part of the fun of the winged approach.
The mysteries of Battlefield.
That's right. And what's very interesting is actually I was a big Battlefield 2 player, so you would think that I would have been playing the hell out of Battlefield 3. And unfortunately, who's got the time?
I know, right? Especially end of year, so many great games coming out. I didn't. Myself, I haven't delved into to Battlefield 3 a whole lot. But back in the day, I definitely played a lot of like Battlefield Vietnam and 1942 and all that good stuff. A lot of fun memories.
And we are playing on the PC, just to point out, as if you already couldn't tell with all the mouse jiggling around and whatnot. But we are playing on the PC. Clearly the place you probably would want to be playing Battlefield 3.
With the magic of looking over at the players on the table, I can tell you that you should now be, you're looking through Benito's point of view right now. Got that magic lens flare. That is a poor start. What happened, team? What happened?
What is going on here?
These guys are wall hacking.
We're getting claims of wall hacking.
Yeah, I don't know that I buy that. But then again, you don't know what's going on with the guys at Origin. But you know what? You know, it's tough for us to know whose monitor we're looking at just because of our setup here. But the good news is you can see the 8-player stream all at once. You can go to go to Origin's Versus stream.
Yeah, the URL should be.
Yeah,
up
the
on
URL's
screen
down
now.
there at the bottom. Go over there and you can actually see all the streams of everybody that's playing kind of all at once. And that way you can keep tabs on who's doing best, what's going on. And it looks like we had a little PC trouble with Procaster, but we're working to get that back up.
Such are the joys of live internet television.
The joys of live internet television, the lives of streaming
These things happen.
through software solutions rather than hardware solutions. But yeah, and speaking of live streaming, if you are into the live streams that we've got going lately, I will be playing some Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, that's right. You started doing that this week,
I
right?
started doing that this week, and people seem to dig what they see of Star Wars: The Old
So
Republic.
did you just like start from like a level 1 character?
Yep,
and
I
just
started at the beginning, and you know what's interesting is I meant to play some before jumping on today's stream, and I haven't. So today's stream will start where I left off. It won't be just me though. I'll be joined by Game Guides editor Peter Brown. So we'll be grouping up, and I'm sure other people will be joining us as we go along because I'm finally getting out of the newbie area. I'm at level 10.
And when you're playing a
Playing
Jedi?
a Jedi Knight, a
Okay.
Mary Allen Jedi Knight.
The correct choice.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the most
Yeah.
famous races in the Star Wars lore. So yeah, and we've got that going on later today. But obviously, you've probably tuned in for some Battlefield. We
Yes.
are working to get
Tis the season.
the stream back up for the particular PC we were looking at.
I
So-
said, Kevin, you got a form thread printed out here.
You know what? I do.
Where, people were voting on which GameSpot editor they thought would do the best.
Well, we're hoping to choose an MVP, a GameSpot MVP, at the end of this broadcast. And we asked our users who we thought the Battlefield 3 MVP in the office would be. So we've got Benito, Ryan, Sean, and Chris.
Okay.
And it seems as though Chris and Sean and Ryan are kind of splitting things
Neck and neck
up
and neck?
here. But I would say that Chris and Ryan are a little bit above. I mean, based on my calculations here.
I would throw my hat behind that.
And so we're back into the game.
Hey.
It looks like not everybody on our side has managed to jump up quite yet. So I don't know if we've got 3 on our side and 4 on the other side right now. If we've got an imbalance.
You just have to adapt.
That's right. Something about communication here.
Yeah, I was checking the notes before we started here. I believe on the Origin side, so in addition to having Ryan, Sean, Chris, and Benito on our side, we're facing off against Jay Eckert, who is a developer. He's an account manager. And then Ken Rogers, who's a live producer. And then Jeff, I'm going to butcher your last name, and I'm sorry. Jeff, I think it might be Thorne, T-H-O-E-N-E. He's an interaction designer. And then their fourth guy was TBD. So whoever you are also playing against us.
Maxwell, I think that's pronounced Tibid.
Tibid?
Yeah.
Tibid?
Yeah.
Seriously though, T-H-O-E-N-E?
Yeah. It's a Kazakhstanian name.
I don't know.
Okay, that was a
I'm
bad
sure it
joke.
is.
I'll get hate mail now from all the fine folks in Kazakhstan.
Oh yeah, but we should circle back on those codes. So yeah, we've got
please.
We've got 20 codes to give away. Some of them are for the Back to Karkand map. Some of them are for the map plus Battlefield 3, so you get the whole package. If you want to get one of those codes,
Sweat just sweat.
what I was thinking is what we can have you guys do is since Battlefield 3 throughout its history has always had these great moments, these great stories. Like I saw a video the other day, guy flies a jet up in the air, jumps out of the jet, shoots down another jet with his rocket launcher, gets back into his jet in midair, takes off. Crazy stuff like that. It happens all the time. So if you guys want to go into the comments, type us out your craziest Battlefield moment or just like cool Battlefield stories. Doesn't have to necessarily be from 3, be from any Battlefield game. And after this wraps up, we'll go back through there. We'll pick out a couple ones we like, and we'll hook you guys up with some codes.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget that if GameSpot wins, we've got another 30 codes to give out. So
Even
we
more
want to hear
codes
crap loads of Battlefield stories.
And you can make them up too.
Yeah.
We won't know.
Look, if your story is I went to the store and the dude said, I don't have your pre-order, that's a story.
That's a story.
Right?
I mean, as long as it's not anything too outlandish, then we'll know.
That's right.
And it also needs to be Battlefield related.
That's right. Now, and if you're interested in seeing all the streams that are part of this tournament, and we've got 8 total players,
Yes.
And you can check out 8 total streams, is my understanding.
Yes.
All you need to do is go to the URL that
It's
we're
like
going
a
to
Brady
pop
Bunch split screen situation.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and pop up that lower third and let people know where they can go to see that. You can go right on over to the Origin versus stream.
I'm sure. There it is. Hey-o.
Ta-da!
But yeah, you can check out that URL. You can see all the action.
Yeah, and so
from
if you're
every
not
point of view, if you're
Yep.
tired of watching, kill cams on our side.
But are you really tired of watching the GameSpot editors shooting people
We're
at
making a
EA in
valiant
the
effort.
face? I'd say no.
Also, I think we have all 4 of our players back in the match now.
Yep. I hear a lot of warning about watching out for a sniper.
You need to watch out. Well, specifically, Kevin, you need to watch out for snipos.
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 Yes. And I think
Do you know the story? Do you know the story behind the snipos?
There's
That's
a
like that's
story?
like a recurring.
Okay, tell a story. Tell a story. 'Cause
yeah,
I'm older. I'm not.
You
up to
prompt me
date.
as if I'm going to know about it. This is like a Christian Sean story because this happened to them and it did not happen to me, and I'm probably going to mess it up. However, they were apparently, I think they were playing one of the Halos on Xbox Live one night, and there was this kid on there, and he had a bit of an accent, and the way he would pronounce sniper was snipos. So a common call throughout the GameSpot offices whenever we're playing any first-person shooter is to beware, watch out for snipos.
Ah, yes. I thought that was that bird that my grandfather had me looking for all the time. It's like, go hunt for the snipos.
Find the snipos.
That's right. Nobody gets that joke.
Where did you,
I am so
I know.
old.
Where did you grow up? What is this?
They
a
use,
reference?
look, you know
Is this like a
the
World
film
War
Up, right?
Yes.
They use the
with
same
balloons.
joke in Up, where
Yeah.
he sends Russell out to look for the snipe. That's the same kind of thing that my grandfather would pull on me. Is to get rid of the kid, you just send him to hunt for the snipe.
Huh.
Yeah.
My parents just made me go outside. They were just like, just go outside and just be outside.
Yeah. This is not Battlefield 3 related,
This is
Maxwell.
not.
And I, again,
We're getting off on a weird tangent here.
yeah, here,
Just in time to see somebody get
again, we've got our best and brightest at battling that don't play this game, and so therefore are a little less inclined to know exactly what's going on,
a
except
little
for the
less
fact
equipped.
that we're playing Squad Rush.
Yes. The station is
Oh
armed.
man!
That was a total. He trapped you.
Oh, that was
trapped. He had
man.
the
That was
setup.
manipulation of the highest degree.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a good. Okay, I'll give you that.
Lure
one,
them
Origin.
in.
That was good.
Oh my.
No.
Oh, I'm hearing some pretty bad words coming from over there. I hope they're not filtering through my microphone. Yeah.
I mean, these things are pretty good about.
Now you're seeing everything from, right now from GameSpot editor point of view. But if you're interested in seeing all 8 players' point of view,
Yes.
Definitely make sure to go out to the Origin versus stream. We'll pop up that link onto the screen in just a moment. But especially that's a good time to go do that because we just
We're
lost
now
again.
Back in train. I know we're down 2 now.
I have to say I have extreme disappointment in the crowd of gentlemen sitting at that table over there.
Just step it up. Oh, we have a crowd of gentlemen shot.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me see your war face, Chris. I want to see your war face.
Hey guys, seeing my unhappy with the start.
Yeah? Yeah? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Every one of those Origin guys are using wall hacks.
Hey, you guys are looking at
So looking at Chris Waters there,
Chris Waters right now. Reviews extraordinaire.
and he's got a look on his face. That is snark.
A sour look.
Yeah. But in his defense, he just ate a sour.
He did. He was actually
gummy bears.
stuffing Sour Patch Kids into
Yeah,
his mouth.
totally.
And not really focusing on the game at all. So that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah. So apparently we've passed a mic over to Chris Waters. We want to hear what he's got to say about his lackluster performance in this last match.
Just put him on the
You
spot.
mean being the #1 player on the team, Kevin Van Orden?
Hey-o.
Is 6 and 5 really worth crowing about?
You know, a defender's KDR is naturally going to be lower. Sean has a theory. Oh, sorry, we're playing a game right now.
Okay, so we're getting back
Those
into
guys
the
are using
game.
wall hacks.
Chris wants to play the game. He doesn't want to justify his performance to the color commentators.
One of our guys, their game crashed.
Okay, so we've had a crash.
We've had a crash.
So we're gonna jabber more about snipos.
Snipos. See, we were talking. I believe in our last completely irrelevant transition, we were talking about the movie Up, and then you started telling me the story.
Oh, that was irrelevant. Well, that's the story that that he tells Russell is to get him, to get a kid off of your back.
Yeah.
To just get your peace and quiet. You just send him to hunt for the snipe, which is a bird that doesn't exist. That you have to coax.
Yes, and then I was going to ask you where you grew up, but now we're back in the game itself, so we have something far more interesting to look at.
Yeah, this is far more interesting than anything you and I, than looking at you and I talk about irrelevant things. Now, of course, if you're tuning in just now, you're watching our very special Battlefield 3 tournament. This is 4 GameSpot elite Battlefield players versus 4 potentially more elite players.
4 Origin Commandos
at Electronic Arts. So we're really happy to have them joining us, even if we're not exactly showing off, our best skills. We're really happy that they've offered to bring
it's Friday,
this tournament to us.
We're ready for the weekend.
Yeah, a little loopy.
We're ready for the holidays.
Absolutely. And of course, if you're interested in seeing everybody's live stream, just not the one that we've got here, you can go over to Origins Versus Stream, and we'll pop up the link right up here on the screen so you can go ahead and see that. And it's gonna pop up any moment, I swear. But while you wait, there it is.
Hey!
But while you gaze that or head over to that stream, definitely keep in mind that we've got at least 20 codes.
That's right. I should remind them about the codes. So yeah, we've got 20 codes to give away right now, or pretty at the end of this stream. They are for the Back to Karkand map, as well as Battlefield 3 itself with the Back to Karkand map. So if you don't already have the game, we can totally hook you up with one of those codes. The way that you're going to win them is by going into the comments and telling us your wildest Battlefield story. Battlefield always has these great moments and events that happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be just from Battlefield 3, it can be from any Battlefield, but yeah, go into the comments, type it out, make it good, and then after the stream is done, we'll dive in there. We'll pick out a couple of ones we like, and we'll hook you guys up with some codes.
Oh yeah. All right, I think we got some snipoing going on here.
Snipos.
Okay, so maybe not. There was some potential snipoing.
Uh-oh.
No,
wait,
that's a teammate.
Oh, here we go. Back at the stairwell.
Oh.
We are watching Benito right now. Benito trying to take out that guy on the steps, failing. Oh, we've got his rocket launcher. Oh.
Kill assist, at least.
Yeah.
So the guy went down, and that's the important part.
Big explosions help. Looking.
All right, almost. Oh, man, and down he goes.
He had the chance. He had the chance there to clinch that kill, and just didn't quite make it.
I think it said C11s. Was that the? It's hard to see the screen from here, but
yes.
Congratulations to that player for successfully taking down Benito, who did not.
To be fair, he had it coming.
Well, yeah, he did have a giant rocket launcher in his hands.
All I need is one.
They are back at the. Oh no, not gonna tempt the stairwell again.
No. So of course you're seeing all of this tournament right now from on this page from GameSpot's eyes. If you're interested in seeing things from any other eyes, go over to Origins Versus Stream. We'll pop up that link in a few moments, and you can see. There we go.
Good
there
kill.
We go. EA Krogan is down.
Oh.
That would be Ryan taking 2 down, as well as CH Evans. That is the name that I couldn't read before.
2 kills. A lot of energy, a lot of hype from our side.
So good job, Ryan.
I'm very excited.
So it looks like Ryan might end up being
that's what I'm telling
the MVP. That's 2 kills in a row. That's a good sign.
Ryan knows the shooter.
Maybe we can turn this around.
Here you go, Ryan.
Oh, not quite. He still went down. Oh my.
Oh.
And Naiden takes down Iron MacD, who is of course our very own Ryan Fountain. Killed by.
We're still holding this area though. Ooh. Little sneaky. Got a little sneaky on him.
Oh no!
Oh.
And
this
down goes Sean.
This house of cards comes tumbling down.
I am hopeful. I am very hopeful.
Calls for wall hacks. It must have been wall hacks. Wall hacks aimbot. They
meanwhile-
might have had an aimbot in there too.
In the meanwhile, the objective has just been disarmed, so it's back to the objective point. In the meanwhile, our team is accusing the Origin
Just
folk
of
of
all
using wall
manners of
hacks.
cheating.
Yeah.
Where's Punkbuster when you need it?
And yeah, I would suggest whoever's doing that, don't do that. Stop. There we go. Oh man, Ryan down again. So of
So
course,
we just finished up the controller Battlefield 3
We did.
recently. That was our little reality mini series that we put together. We got some programmers, we got some people who pretty much haven't ever played video games in any sort of capacity before. We took them out to the desert and we did stuff to them.
and we actually had
Drama ensued.
drama ensued, and the winning Miss Violence from
Yes, Mrs. Violence and Chet, that's his name. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
it wasn't Edgar. Edgar was on the red team. It was Chet, I believe. Yes.
But we had Mrs. Violence here the other day, actually doing some live tweeting.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah,
is.
she came in. She's helped out with a couple of things since her appearance on the controller. She came in. I think we had like when Battlefield 3. I think when it was first released, we had her come in. Her and Ryan talked shop on Battlefield 3 and showed the game.
Is that what they
off.
talked? I didn't think that was the word that was about to come out of your mouth.
You didn't well,
They talked something.
talk shop. That's kind of a blanket term for talking about things.
That's right. But when the part started, I was worried that something else was coming out.
This is a family show.
Okay, so this
yeah.
is not the end of the world. Just because Team GameSpot lost, that's okay. It's Sean number 1 at 4 kills, 5 deaths.
Congratulations,
Right
Sean.
there. So congrats, Sean.
You almost made it to
for
50%.
wall
KD.
hacks. In the meanwhile, down there we've got. It looks like we've got Benito at 1 and 3.
I was only there for half the game, though, mind you.
Okay, mind you, he was only there for half the game. He'd like to point out, which would probably explain the losing percentage of him as well as the rest of the GameSpot team. Come on, guys! I know you can step it up. You're fantastic.
I blame the ping, actually.
The ping.
My ping is too high.
The ping.
Oh, good.
Your
Yeah,
ping
I
is
mean,
too
you've got
high.
ping in the double digits, so yeah.
I got a double-digit ping.
It's the frame rate.
It's 2011. You got to get
That's
that down
right.
to single
Did I
digits.
mention wall hacks? Only about 19 times.
So yeah, but of course these are guys that play. The Origin guys are guys that play Battlefield
Yes.
constantly. So they know the game inside and out. But we're gonna. We're
I'm not
hold up
going
as
to
best
say
we
that I'm
can.
not surprised, but I'm not surprised.
So we're off to the Operation Firestorm match. Of course,
Yes.
we're still playing Squad
Still on
Rush.
Squad Rush.
Oh, look, we're looking at Chris Waters,
Chris
who's
Waters.
looking a little nonplussed over there. He's quietly confident.
He's doing his zen. He's doing his meditations.
That's all right.
He's getting pumped as we load into the next match.
Absolutely. And I see that we're in. I know that this, because you can't see it here all the time, but I think we have Ryan always on screen for us at the top.
Yeah. That's why we keep looking up.
Yeah,
here, 'cause,
so if you see that,
there's
we
a
keep
giant
looking up,
TV
so we
that
see-
you guys can't see.
we
There's
see-
Ryan, he's just looking around, just chilling.
Yeah. Or is that Benito that we're looking at up there?
No, Benito's.
Okay, yeah, we
He's
are.
like looking down a hallway.
We do look at Ryan when we're up there at the top. But let's go ahead and jump right in and see what's
And
going
they're
on.
off.
And we are
So it
defending
looks
this
like
time
our
around.
side is defending for this round.
Absolutely. And of course, if you wanted to see all 8 streams going on, we've got 4v4 match, 4 here at GameSpot, 4 at Origin. If you want to see all those live streams all in one place, go on over to Origins versus Stream, and we'll pop up that link right here, right now. And by right here, right now, I mean momentarily.
Momentarily.
But we will point you to that link so that you can see what everybody's doing.
In the future.
Absolutely. The future is now, however.
So we got a defense point. We're hanging out, checking out our equipment. Everything appears to be in order, except for that window. Just waiting for the Origin guys to make a move. There's gunfire. All right, here we go. Good kill.
Headshot.
Good kill.
Want to show us your snipo skills?
Players are being smart. They're covering each other's
right.
blind spots.
Sean mentioning in chat, lol, I died. Also, ASL. So let's hope we can try again to maybe get that link up there for Origins versus stream. So if you're interested in seeing all of the streams, not just the GameSpot folks, there we go.
Hey.
Go to that link down there. I'll say it out loud just in case. It's ea.com/origin-versus-battlefield-3-edition.
Actually, it's ea.com/1/.
One. Oh, right. Thank
Dash
you.
versus dash battlefield
Okay.
dash 3 dash.
Well, we'll just keep
A lot
popping
of
that up there
dashes.
from time to time,
Yeah,
because I'm not going to remember that.
And there's also codes. Go ahead and mention these codes again in case you just joined us. We've got 20 codes to give away. Some of them are for the Back to Karkand expansion map. Some are for the game Battlefield 3 plus that map that I just talked about. If you want to get your hands on one of these 20 codes that we have, what I'm going to need you to do is head into the comment section for this stream. Tell us a wild Battlefield story from your past. It doesn't necessarily have to be from Battlefield 3. It can be from any Battlefield, because of course the game and the series are known for their wild moments of heroism and valor on the battlefield, or just complete ridiculousness.
That's right.
So yeah, go in there, type us out a little story, make it a good one, and if we like it, we'll be sure to hook you up with a code after the stream finishes.
And we just saw Sean come out victorious, shooting a dude in the side until he died.
Well, I mean, I think you can pretty much shoot a
And there we
dude
go.
wherever, and they'll die.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean, 2 kills in a row. That's great to see. In the meanwhile, the TV you can't see. We're looking at Ryan up above, who's preparing to take down anybody that would intrude on Sean's
Covering that
private
window.
space.
He's covering that door. Door's still there. Window's still there.
So
Everything
I'd like to
appears
say
be in
I'm
order.
proud of the guys for doing such a great job of defending right now. Where the hell are these rockets coming from? Fine.
A common problem in Battlefield,
yeah.
I will say.
Sean is a very vocal Battlefield 3
Sean
player, I
offering
like
his
to
war
point out.
cry of booyah.
And it's not just
denote
vocal
him.
here.
Yeah.
It's like vocal in the game. I noticed that he's been a little chatty with the other players in game.
It's all about the mind game. You got to get into the opponent's head, and you got to figure out their AS. Oh, here we go.
There we go, go.
Ryan's bringing him
Down
down.
we
Good
go. Laying down some suppressing fire. An interesting mechanic actually in Battlefield 3 is the suppression fire. So now you can get rewarded for just laying down suppression fire. You don't even necessarily need to get the kill.
I'm pretty sure whenever I play an online shooter like this, all of my fire is
It's
suppression
suppressing fire, yes. And you can justify the fact that you're not actually landing any shots by saying, no, it's okay, it's just suppressing fire. A little disappointed there, I thought there we go.
Yep.
77
Probably
points
should
for
have
the kill
moved into
assist.
cover while reloading the gun, but
Yeah, but that's
all
all
good.
right.
It's easy to
It's easy to
ridicule
say.
from an armchair.
Oh yeah. So there's 7 tickets left.
I think I smell our first victory.
Yeah, I think that we might actually have our first victory. We will win the battle. I don't know that that means we will win the war.
But if we do win the war, we get extra codes to give away.
Oh man, codes.
Delicious, delicious codes.
Yeah, and those codes are of course for
The Back to Karkand map, as well as Battlefield 3, plus that map. So
That
if you
is
don't already have
excellent.
Battlefield 3, you can get it. And the map,
Absolutely.
you'll have the whole package.
And it's worth noting that you're not stuck just looking at our particular stream. If you're interested in seeing all 8 streams from all 8 combatants, go over to Origins versus stream. We'll pop up that link momentarily at the bottom of your screen. So definitely check that out. You'll want to see things from the Origins point of view as well, because sometimes you want to see things as the winner sees them.
Here we go.
Now I'm just
One of the Origin
I'm
guys.
just trolling our players though. But I think in this case, with 6 tickets left, I think that we're probably feeling a little more confident. 5 tickets.
Getting
Benito
towards the end
calling
of the
out
match.
somebody coming on the right.
The Origin team must be feeling the pressure.
Ryan
They're gonna have to make
continuing
a
to stay
desperate
up
move here.
above.
A desperate play to try to take this point.
Yep.
And turn this match around.
4 tickets left.
4 tickets. The
I'm
clock
feeling
is
pretty good
ticking.
about Team GameSpot here.
We're about to clinch it. Our first victory. We lost twice already. We're ready to turn it around and get a win.
They've done a good job of surrounding the area.
Yep.
Keeping
They've got an
keeping
eye
their
on
blind
the,
spots
They've got an
covered.
eye on the area, and they've got an eye on each other, which is always important. Or at least Ryan does. Good kill.
And that was, of course, Sean we're seeing. Oh, and Sean goes down.
Sean got taken down.
But we got 3 tickets left. I'm still feeling pretty good. I think
three
that
players still up. They
I
can
think
hold
that
this. They can
Sean
hold this.
and company have a good chance here. The music starts getting exciting. It's saying, dude, things are coming to a close. Very nice. CH7 goes down. We got 2 tickets left. Thanks to Benito.
He was hanging in there right until the end. Only 2 tickets left.
I smell victory. And
Ryan goes down.
How
but we got
fantastic.
it. But we got it. And that's what counts.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, team.
Absolutely. Good job, guys. We see Sean, number 1 in that match.
Clean house that match.
And so good job, Sean, who's actually so far coming out kind of on top of Team GameSpot a lot of the time in terms of kills, at least. Let's check it. Hey, Sean, tell us what you're thinking about what's going on over there.
Well, we finally figured it out.
This squad rush is all about the team dynamic, right? I don't really know Chris all that well, so it took a while to sort of like learn the chemistry and everybody's strengths and weaknesses. For example, Chris's weakness is that he sucks at Battlefield. So we kind of have to build around that. Basically. Also,
Chris.
we're just takes a while to get into the groove, I think.
Yeah. Chris, what do you have to say to Sean there?
He's a great teammate, great player. Really stepped it up that match. I'm just proud to play with such a strong, modest, and respectful individual. It's wonderful. It's a pleasure. All right, attacker deployment time. We are gonna do the planting thing. With the bombs.
Do it. All right, so now we are on the attacker side. Team GameSpot attacking rather than defending.
Communication, I talked about it earlier. I'm mentioning it's so very important in these games.
And we got round starts in 6 seconds.
Here we go. And we're on the attacking side this time?
We are on the attacking side this time. So I'm going to be interested in seeing this. I mean, because they're not going to be able to, we got to be aggressive this time. We saw kind of a more
solid defensive play.
Solid defensive play, but now we've got to be aggressive. Let's see if they can take their teamwork and translate it into more aggressive play. Obviously, the Origin guys showing some aggressive play there. If you're interested in seeing things from their point of view, definitely go over to the Origin live stream at their Versus stream. We'll pop up the link on the screen in just a moment.
Interesting opening play from the Origin team there, sending one of their squad mates to the rooftop of that building across the street. You guys didn't see that, but it totally did happen. In the last match, our team, we focused on huddling up inside the area surrounding the capture point and sort of having a small but tight area to defend. Well, the Origin guys may try to spread out a little bit more to cover more ground.
And that's kind of key here, though, because we've only got 4-on-4.
Yes.
So you don't want to spread out too much, or you might find yourself, okay.
Oh.
Good job.
Good shot.
That was Ryan McDonald.
You guys missed that, but Ryan McDonald, he picked off that guy that I mentioned earlier who was hopping across the tops.
I keep looking at the wrong screen. I keep looking at the one at the top.
The top screen.
But
it's
instead...
let's watch the bottom screen.
Yeah. MCOM is armed. It's worth noting that we shut out Origin in the last on just the first station. I mean, we didn't. Yeah.
Ryan McDonald, he's armed the station, and he's also he's taking up point in his sniping perch from the last match is where he spent most of his time.
Way to snipe, Ryan.
That was a good snipe-o. So Ryan McDonald, he's already taken down one of the Origin members who came to deactivate the station. All right, now another GameSpotter has showed up in this area.
And boom.
And they're making an entrance. There we go, Origin guys making a
nice job. Ryan taking down 2 in a row.
Catching them off guard. You think they would have remembered from the last match?
Yeah, I know, right? Ryan's going to be up there in that window. Dudes.
You got to get it. You
Okay, and we have moved to the next base already.
All right, well, congratulations, go GameSpot.
So we saw Sean dominate in that last match. Now we're starting to see Ryan finally come into his own with some great aggressive play. Ryan moving off in one direction while being covered by the other player facing off in the other, making sure they've got as many viewpoints covered as possible.
So yeah, I think the Origin players, they definitely need to focus more defensively, obviously, since they're on the defensive side this match. But they seem to be playing a little too aggressive. They left their area open, and it was easy for Ryan to just get in there, activate the station, and hang out in his perch.
And Ryan going around. See, I keep looking at Ryan again, but we're actually, I don't think we know who we're looking at there down at the bottom.
I think this is Chris.
Could be Chris? All right.
Let's see with his screen from here. Carefully.
Somebody up on the building, on the catwalks apparently.
Chris calling out that he's gonna go ahead and wait for Sean. Probably a smart maneuver. Instead of just funneling everyone one by one into the grinder.
Yeah,
that's a hard habit to break. While not tangentially related, I play a lot of League of Legends, and something that'll happen because that's another squad-based, teamwork-based multiplayer game. And too often, what'll happen is you'll have your group of guys, and the plan will go awry. One or two of them will go down, and then the remaining 3 just decide, like, you know, we got to try to salvage this or make something out of it. So they just run one after the other into the meat grinder, into the fray, and just get picked off one by one. Yep. It's a bad habit and a hard habit.
It's a bad habit, but fortunately in League of Legends, your teammates will make sure it's extremely clear how they feel about it.
Yes, they will let you know that perhaps that strategy was not the best.
Yes, they will
and
do
that
so.
Your religious or sexual preferences are also completely undesirable.
They always have kind words about your mother.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they know your mother well.
Your mother is a classy lady.
They want you to know their opinions on her.
But
of course, our GameSpotters are all very polite and cordial, save for Sean, who just wants to know your age and location.
Yes. Also your gender.
Also your gender.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing, ASL?
I haven't heard that in ages.
Yeah, I know. That seems.
Isn't that an
that's
like
so
that's an
quaint
AOL
now.
chat room there.
Yeah.
That's IRC. Oh man! But the enemy did go down, so we saw.
So we see the Origin players are they're huddling up in this area, like our GameSpotters did in the previous match, and they're picking off our guys one by one. They've got a solid lockdown on this location.
Dude.
And our GameSpotters are having a hard time breaking through. Here we go.
Oh, that was a more unusual death coming from Sean there.
You did a knife motion. It's just the knife did not connect. Chris reminding Sean that a knife in the chest requires 2 swings, not just 1.
As opposed to
important
a knife in the
life
back.
lessons.
Right there. Oh man.
Now we see
you
the
see
Origin
him,
guys
but he sees you.
Spreading out a little bit. They don't even want our GameSpotters
taking on 2 at once. There goes Ryan.
2 at once in an open plane. Not a good idea.
There are 2 up front. Be careful, guys.
Cover. That was smart. He didn't stop and engage in the middle of an open field. There we go. Got around behind him.
A
Good
pistoling.
kill.
We're looking at Benito there?
Yes, looks like it. Origin guys may pay for the mistake of abandoning their post and trying to spread out a little bit.
Oh, I was thinking he would stay up.
Here we are.
And MCOM is being armed.
MCOM station's armed. Benito heading upstairs, taking up his sniper perch.
Now's the time to get up close, be aggressive, keep people up top. He's going prone.
There's a mini handrail blocking some of the view.
Important to pump that handrail full of bullets.
Station's
Right
still
there.
on. Here comes the Origin member.
Down he goes.
Down he goes.
Hopefully,
the other one.
It'll be interesting to see if
Okay.
somebody tries to move on up
Good.
and get Benito from his vantage point.
It looks like the other Origin member. He figured out something was a loot.
Oh,
afoot.
boom!
When his teammate went down, circled
And-
around, tried to counter snipe, but Benito took him out and then ate a rocket to the face.
That is the worst place to get a rocket.
That's well, like we were talking about earlier with getting shot with bullets.
Yeah.
And how it really didn't, like you get shot wherever and you would end up dying. I'm pretty sure rockets is much the same principle.
Yeah, yeah. Except you don't even have to be that close with a rocket.
Yeah, that's true. Because they have a large explosion area.
Yeah. So now that we're
I know that from
done.
watching Iron Man. Oh, excellent. He got hit with a rocket, and then he turned into Iron Man. What does that say about rockets?
That says that if I get hit by a rocket, I can turn into Iron Man.
B equals C.
So there you have it, Maxwell McGee logic. If you're
I'm not officially condoning getting shot by a rocket so that you can try to turn into Iron Man.
That's right. Now, if you're here because you're more oh, hello.
There we
If
go.
you're oh man, I thought Ryan had a chance there. If you're here because you're more interested in Battlefield 3 than you are listening to us talk about rocket logic, then definitely by all means check out all 8 streams. You can go and see all 8 streams happening here. We've got 4 GameSpot guys versus 4 Origin guys. Go over to the Origins versus stream. We've got the link right up there on your screen as I speak. And you can see everything that's going on, not just from our point of view, but also from Electronic Arts' point of view.
Yes. If you have 8 monitors, do you think you could pull up each individual stream on the 8 monitors? That'd probably take a lot of bandwidth.
That would take a lot of
To
bandwidth.
run 8 streams.
Do I think it is possible? Yes. I think it's possible.
The technology exists. Good kill, right in the face.
Oh, you're on the other side.
Let's see if I can. Oh, we
It
were
is-
watching Chris, and then he died.
We are watching Ryan now, though. The MCOM station is armed.
Maybe armed. Ryan taking a much more intimate sniping position to the station.
And somebody's trying to.
Remember back there?
There we
Just
go.
out of his field of view,
Oh!
and something happened.
We
and
lost. Ryan, were you the last ticket?
I was at the end.
Ah.
I will
That-
say, while we did lose, they made him work for it.
Yeah.
Our team made the Origin guys work for it this
Yeah.
time.
Let's check in with everybody over there. Ryan, tell us your thoughts on this.
That was great work from these folks. Stepped it up. Oh, so close. How was it at the end there? Last man alive.
I had that glimmer of hope for a moment where it was like shooting the guy on the right, but yeah, I had to stay alive as well as defend it, so I should have gotten to a more safer spot. Benito?
Yeah, I almost had that. If I didn't get rocketed at the end there, we would have blown that MCOM up, but I got rocketed, so we died.
It was a good value. It was good stuff. I went for that revive right towards the end, hoping to get one of these guys back, but I went to the corner of the building, and they were outside the building, and so I couldn't revive you. You're on the other side of the wall. I was like, oh crap, can't revive. Oh god. Also, they had planted C4 on the MCOM station, and so they towards the end when they thought I had run up on it, they blew it up. I wasn't there, so they didn't get me, but keep an eye out.
Also, they have wall hacks.
Oh yeah, they're wall hacks.
Oh yeah, that. I noticed the misspell. You see the word soldier was misspelled on that loading screen.
Whoa, really?
That made me smile a little bit. But anyway, an interesting turn of events there. Sean actually at the bottom of the kill death ratio with Chris up there at the top.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a reversal of fortunes. In my defense, I had like 1 million revivals. So yeah, I was strictly on the defensive end that time.
But we do. It's interesting. We are seeing kind of an even spread. Everybody but Benito. So excuse me, sir. We need to get you on top in this match. At some point, showing up as the #1 player in terms of kill death ratio.
This could be it.
But we're gonna make sure that this particular round. So are we done?
Oh, that might be it.
So it looks like 2 Origin players have left.
When we get that sorted out, I'll go ahead and remind you guys again real quick. We've got 20 codes to give away. These codes are for the Back to Karkand map, as well as Battlefield 3 plus the Back to Karkand map. So if you want to get your hands on one of those, here's what you need to do. Just head into the comments section, tell us a wacky story from your Battlefield history. It doesn't necessarily have to be from Battlefield 3. It could be any Battlefield in the series history. Like a fantastic kill you had, or just something crazy that happened in the game. The series obviously is known for its insane moments. So yeah, if you've got a good one to share, drop it in the comment section. We'll check it out after the stream wraps up, and we'll pick out some winners.
Yeah, by all means. So we have come to an end.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna throw out a potentially logical conclusion, which is that Team GameSpot has unfortunately lost our 4 versus 4
we
tournament.
had a lot of trouble in the beginning. As the games went on, though, we seemed to be we turned it around. I mean, we had one victory.
We did have one victory.
I feel like our team, we were playing stronger as we got towards the end. I think we were just starting to find our groove, but now, alas, our time is done.
Yeah, and I think we have, it's interesting too, because it seemed like Team GameSpot was finally getting into a groove, finally kind of learning how to work together and how they wanted to approach the map, and unfortunately,
so if we were doing
didn't
like
come out on top.
best to 30.
Yeah, best of 30, we might have had a chance.
We would have clinched it.
We've learned a lot of things today. We've learned that Sean likes to flirt with people in Battlefield.
Yes. We learned about bullets and how you no matter where you get shot, if you get hit with enough bullets, you will die.
And we also learned about snipos.
Snipos.
So
very important.
Let me thank a lot of people. Let's thank the 4 guys over on Team GameSpot
Back
first.
over
We see Ryan McDonald waving over there. Here's Benito Gonzalez closest to you. Sean McInnes there in the back. He's still focused on his game. And we've got Chris Waters.
Looking very regal.
Another Battlefield 3 player extraordinaire. And on their behalf, on Maxwell McGee's behalf, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm very grateful to all of the GameSpot viewers for joining in. And come back later. We've got another live stream. I'll be playing the Old Republic.
That's right.
So make sure to check that out. And from all of us to you, happy holidays, happy Battlefield, and I hope that you have a great day.